So welcome back to this week's project on BeachBumLivin, where on this week I'm going to show you how to turn this plain looking, cheap, painted white garage door into this beautiful, expensive looking wood garage door. So stay tuned and I'm going to show you how to get it done. So this week's project is a garage door. You know, I know it's not furniture, which I normally do, but I'm hoping to be able to use some of the stuff that I do with furniture as far as doing the faux kind of wood grain, giving a wood grain look. I'm hoping that I'll be able to use that on this garage door, because ultimately what I'm wanting to do is take this plain white garage door and make it look like it's natural wood. So kind of the idea that I have is, and keep in mind, you know, some of this stuff I'm going to be trying that I've never done, so it might take some trial and error, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to just rub some stain over the plain white garage door, use this wood graining tool, which I've never used before, so I'm not sure how that's going to turn out, but put the stain up first and then just be able to wood grain using this tool, and it'll leave, you know, a nice wood grain, and then I'll just be able to rub a stain over it and be done with it. So I'm hoping that's kind of the plan that I have in my head on how this is going to turn out. I hope it's as easy as that. You know, I'm not sure though. So that's what I plan on doing, and I'm going to kind of go along. If that doesn't turn out, I'm just going to have to figure it out as I go along. So stay tuned. Let's get this thing started and we'll see how this thing turns out. Okay, so I've gotten everything stripped off the garage door that needs to be. Hardware's gone. I took that rubber stripping off. Got the garage door all cleaned up. So it looks like it's ready to start staining. So since it's about 2,000 degrees out here, I can't get these rubber gloves on, so I'm gonna see if putting a little bit of powder on here helps. See if I can get them on now. Yes, worked. It's already dried. Alright, so as you could see, that what I was initially doing, what I really planned on doing, wasn't working out at all. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if it was because it was so hot outside, or if it's this material this garage door is made of. It's kind of like a plastic. But putting that first coat of glaze or that stain that I was trying to do, and then use the wood graining tool on it, wasn't turning out at all. So what I guess decided to do was put down like a base layer color, which, just going through some of the paints that I have, this looks like it would be pretty close to some of this wood that's already on the house as a base layer. Like this, if you can picture it, it's going to be this color, and then I'm going to use the chocolate glaze on top of it, then use the wood graining tool
to get the wood grain. So then just barely some of this will show through to give it that golden look, like golden oak, I guess. But I'm gonna try this out and see how it works. You know, like as anything, you know, if you do something with painting and it doesn't turn out, you can always just paint over it and start over. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So we'll see how this turns out. I know this looks kind of bright right now, but with me doing the next step, which is going to be to put stain on top of this. So as you can see, I'm using a brown glaze, mixing it up with a little bit of water just to dilute it a little bit so it kind of goes on a little thinner, and a little sponge brush. And all I'm doing is just dabbing it in, and then just pretty much just gently spreading this out. And this isn't going to be the final coat. This is just kind of another undercoat, because what I'll probably do after I do this coat is go over it again, probably more like with a dry brush with a darker color, and kind of streak it on even more. But you can see it's kind of looking like it's turning into wood. Okay, so this is what it looks like after I did that first layer of glaze on it. And it's starting to look pretty good. You know, it's starting to look like it's actual wood. But only the thing is it's still a little too light. You know, it's still got a really gold look to it. So what I've decided to do was to, instead of using that glaze, actually mix up some paint that's watered down. That's a brown. And then instead of using that sponge, I'm just using a brush and brushing it on. But you can see it's starting to darken it up a little bit. And I think that'll be the right color for the base color. And I'm still going to use a couple more layers on top where I'll fine tune the wood grain, but I'm thinking it's starting to look pretty good, and this is definitely darkening it up. So okay, I just finished putting that second coat of brown on, and as you can see, it's really starting to darken up and really actually look like wood. So it's starting to look really cool. So right now what I've got on here is the second coat of brown, and what I plan on doing next is put a little bit more brown on it, probably just in certain sections. Use a dry brush or that wood graining tool, streak away some of it, and it's really gonna bring out the wood grain look to it. So that's what I plan on doing next. We'll see how it turns out. I'm not really sure, but hopefully it looks good. Okay, so you can kind of start to see what I was talking about. All I'm doing is using a brush, putting on like a little bit of brown paint in certain sections, and then using this wood graining tool, I'm able to wipe away some of it, and it's starting to look like wood grain. You can kind of see it right there, but all this tool does is once it's on there and it's wet, you just streak along, you kind of rock it, and it gives it this wood grain look. Okay, so I finished the step where I was using the brown paint, using the wood graining tool, and then lightly spreading it out with a dry brush. And overall, it was really looking good. It was starting to look like it had a wood texture, but it was still a little too light. So what I decided to do was to add this dark walnut stain that I have. And all I did was lightly dab a rag into it, and then I kind of spread it out where it wasn't evenly spread out. So certain locations are darker than others. So there's like light sections, dark sections. Like you can see right here, it's a little darker than right here. And I just think it really gave it a depth or texture that was really starting to make it look like it was real wood. And also to add like another touch to it, I mixed up a little bit of acrylic black paint into just on top of this paper plate. Using a dry brush, I just barely dabbed the tip of it in, and then just kind of spread it out, just certain locations you can see. And I just think it even gave it some more depth, like kind of aged it a little bit. But I'm thinking it's looking really good. Only thing I have left to really do is, since it's going to be out in the weather sun beating on it, I'm gonna need to clear coat it just to protect it. So I picked up some outdoor clear coat, which I'll put a coat of clear coat, maybe 2 coats, and that should be it for that, except for to put the new hardware on, which the new hardware is black, so I think it's really gonna look neat on top of this wood, faux wood grain. So that's it. I mean, it turned out really good, I think. You know, there were certain things I tried that didn't work, but you know, overall I just kept messing with it and it eventually figured it out and turned out good. So I'm gonna clear coat it, put the new hardware on it, and then I'm done with this project. So alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this week's project, and as you can see, I think it turned out really good. You know, it was a lot of hard work, a lot of trial and error. You know, I was doing a lot of things I've never tried before, and ultimately it turned out good. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because I'm doing these projects weekly. And if you like the video, you know, make sure you like it, and I will see you guys next week. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out the BeachBumLivin Facebook page, where I post links to these videos as well, along with a lot of photos of me just out doing beach bum living stuff. So check it out, bro. I think you'll enjoy some of the pictures I put up, and leave comments, stuff like that, and peace.